Hey Nick, what's broken on your car now?
Parking brake and sway bar link. Well, CV axle. It's been broken. We just kind of ignored when we were putting the engine in.
The boot or the brake? Or both?
The brakes are seized, so I have them wound in the whole way in the back, so there's no
parking brake.
Yes, parking brake. The CV axle boot on the outboard side on this wheel is split, so it's already slung its grease out and may possibly be damaged beyond repair. However, I have a kit for it with a new boot.
We'll take a look at it.
Yeah, we'll see what's going on with that. And if you hit any kind of bump, the left front sway bar end link has so much play in it that, it just sounds really rattly.
Okay, so we gotta change that too.
So?
We should have driven the front up on ramps.
Probably.
Yeah, but we didn't, and I don't want to open the garage door again because the heat's on and it's cold out there.
Well, the things on the front end require wheel off anyway, so.
Sway bar link does?
It's pretty much a bitch to do from underneath the
That's
car.
annoying.
I think because the nuts facing into
Alright,
the wheel.
well, we have used some new parts here.
Yeah, we have some new parts.
So what's it doing, Nick?
Now, just working on getting the caliper off here so that then I can get the bracket off from the rotor. We can get the parking brake.
Okay. So you're saying having an exhaust makes it harder to get to the brakes?
Yes.
So you want to chop off all the exhaust like you did on the last car and ruined it!
Put another muffler back on it.
Yeah, but I think it was awful to drive. It actually hurt your ears to drive around in.
Yeah, that was until I put the other muffler back on.
It was still pretty bad.
It only hurt your ears when it had headers and no main muffler.
That was still pretty bad.
Sounded cool, though.
It sounded like a really crappy Cummins diesel.
Cummins diesel is over 6,500, though.
This thing didn't make torque.
What's your point?
It was loud for nothing. That would make your ears bleed and children scream and people hide their kids and their wives. I don't know.
I still fail to see an issue with this. That all sounds fun.
It was awful. Oh, you got the caliper and bracket off.
Yeah, now we just gotta get the rotor off. Need to get the little retainer out of it.
What size is it?
Can't remember. You gotta set that
Like
small.
a 5? Oh yeah, I got some.
A little bigger. Probably like a 6, I think.
No, that's like a 5. No, we'll see. Now you gotta smack it like it's Ray Rice's wife. Hey, that's loose.
Yep. Just a little bit. You don't want to leave a mark. There we go.
So how ruined are your parking brake shoes?
I don't think this side got stuck. I think it was all on the other one, but the
It
rotor...
all looks crusty though.
Oh yeah, it's gonna look
That
crusty.
looks awful.
Yeah, well, it's gonna. Like I said, we'll worry about the rotor eventually. But for now, I just want to get the actual parking brake working.
That rotor looks really bad though. Could
Well-
wire wheel it.
Yeah, we could do that. But I mean, it's gonna look like crap because it's not like it rides while it's spinning, unless you're a person that likes to forget your parking brake on.
Or someone that likes to drive around with their stuck parking brake on. Cough, Nick, cough.
I didn't. I loosened
You
it back
did whenever we first got the car running
on.
again.
Maybe a quarter mile.
You went around the damn block like that, and it was smoking.
I went partway down the hill and came back up. That's not enough for it to get
And
that hot.
It was smoking, Nick. Have it on video smoking. So that
All
looks
right.
kind of awful.
Yeah, well, this is the side that wasn't stuck. It's not particularly bad, but...
I don't know, it looks bad and it sounds bad.
Oh. The springs on the shoes were enough to pull it back in, but I'm definitely going to change it already since I have this new one. Which this new one, you can just sit here and throw it.
That's good, that's garbage.
Yeah. So, instead of pissing around with this, we'll throw a new one on. Just throw a little bit of anti-seize in the hinges of it, and put a little bit in here where the cable's going to be hooked into it, and throw that sucker in. Surprisingly, the adjuster's not seized up either.
It looks nasty. Did it come with a new one?
I don't think so.
It doesn't look like it did.
No, it doesn't look like it did come with them. I'm
Thing's
surprised
nice
by
and
that.
crusty. I definitely put some anti-seize on the threads of that thing.
Oh, yeah. But at least it's free.
Yeah.
It'll be fine to go back in. So.
That looks crusty.
Yeah, that's a little cup that sits in that.
It's stuck to it.
Yeah, it's a little stuck there. Maybe
Put it in the vise and pull on it.
Yeah. There went
What
the
was
cap to the
that?
anti-seize.
Well, don't lose that. That's important.
Unless you want a toolbox full of anti-seize.
No, I don't.
There we go. Might have to take a death wheel to clean it up a little bit.
To that?
Yeah, just to the groove in there. Maybe some sandpaper.
Yeah. You know who used drum brakes, Nick?
Adolf Hitler?
Hitler used drum brakes.
Well, was that really Hitler or was that Ferdinand Porsche?
Hitler drove cars with drum brakes.
Uh-huh. Designed by Ferdinand Porsche, who you own 3 cars.
Who was commissioned by Hitler to build the Beetle. So
All
Hitler
right.
designed drum brakes. Literally a fact.
Okay. We'll agree with that.
Those look like they're the same.
Yeah,
They're just- Yeah.
So, easy enough. GM.
Drum brakes are terrible.
Yeah, well,
How's this?
there has to be something
Fail.
terrible out there to let you know what really getting something nice to work on is.
Don't worry, they still make Hyundais to do that.
To remind you of what's terrible.
Yep.
Just out of
Hey, there's your
curiosity.
fancy twisty nipple thing.
Is that what we're calling it? The
twist.
purple narple.
Just twisty nipple.
You might have been right about being able to see where you're going with it.
I told you it's nice to have it on the front, even though it's an extra part you can at least see, because there you can't.
I was going for the wrong place. I was going for the nipple next to it.
Nick, you're not supposed to shove it in the wrong hole.
It's fun.
Yeah, the fun part, fighting the spring.
At least you only have to fight one spring.
And one screwdriver.
Yes. Damn you, gravity.
That had a lot of hang time.
Really did. That's impressive.
This is the cringe moment.
It actually didn't go too badly.
Yeah,
Look! One parking brake set installed.
mostly.
Reassemble this
And
do the
adjust
other
it.
side. Wonder how much I need to adjust this out.
Well, put the rotor on there and see. It's probably easier to adjust with the rotor off than it is with it on.
Well, to adjust, yeah, but I gotta see where it's at for baseline.
Well, as long as it doesn't rub to start with it wound all the way in, that's usually good. Don't not even go on. Oh god.
Nah, it's moving. The shoes just weren't centered.
But it's dragging.
Well, it's not dragging, I'm just spinning on the hub.
But that grind...
That's it, spinning on the hub.
Gotcha. So you can't really get a feel for how well it's dragging on there because we have it in gear.
Yeah.
Nick, I don't think it's going in.
Not quite.
Okay, I'm really getting hungry.
Well, what do you want to eat?
I don't know.
Because I don't really feel like spending any more money on food this trip.
Well, you might need to.
What do you have planned?
I don't know. Go get some pizza.
Yeah, it's still moving.
One done. Yeah.
Prefer we're a little warmer, but oh well. It's better than the probably 25 degrees it is back home right now.
Yeah. Well, at least our garage up there has heat. This is another one of my least favorite things about this car.
Pump the jack one time.
I hate these fucking... I hate the wheel hubs that
I'm gonna need another actually.
have bolts and not nuts. A stud and a nut is a lot nicer to use.
There's a lot of cars like this now for some reason.
That's because it's cheaper.
Actually, Jeeps are like this now.
Which
I don't
ones?
Cherokee, Renegade.
Oh yeah, those are the front-wheel drive Fiats.
Yeah, anything that's on the Fiat platform. Like the Grand Cherokee, I believe, still has
Yeah, that's because...
standard lugs. Because it's still a Chrysler.
Yeah.
I don't know why Fiat started doing that.
Because it's cheaper. Back the Car Guy did a whole video on that. It's cheaper. So how many Ugga Duggas are you going to do?
All of them.
What number it is? That thing at max is 350 pounds, so you probably don't want 350 pounds. Put it on 2.
My one at work does 1,200 and I do
Put it on 2. This is the really seized one, huh?
Yeah, which it's moving a good bit too, but it's junk.
The spring wasn't fighting that one and winning, apparently.
No, because it was actually wearing into the rotor a little bit. I mean, it shows in the fact that we tried backing the car out of the garage the first time, and you might have a video of that, and the whole ass of the car picked up because it was on the parking brake.
Was that shortly before you nearly backed into my Charger?
That was shortly before I saw where I was going and you were yelling.
Because you nearly backed into my Charger.
So you think.
I know.
Mm-hmm. You know nothing.
No, you know nothing. Sergeant Schultz. Okay, Nick, I'm going to yank your handle. Feels like a parking brake. Does it spin?
Yes.
It does spin?
Yeah, I might have to tighten that up some. Does it feel tight?
Yeah, it feels like it's working.
This side might just be looser than the other. Alright, let me adjust the side.
Okay. Okay, yanking it again. Feels like it's on... What? It's not up all the way, it's on pretty good. How's it going back there?
Tight.
So it's not turning?
Maybe just a wiggle, but some of that's probably the shoe's able to move a little bit.
Yeah, okay.
Did the handle stay lower that time?
Probably. I mean, I'm not getting the best leverage on it. It feels like right here it's already grabbing some, and then, I mean, that's really tight. So, alright, I'll take it back off.
As you said, the rotors aren't the best.
Nope. Something's scrapey noisy.
Maybe it's one of the...
No, it sounds like a heat shield. I don't know, but there you go, put it on seat. So does it hold in the world's steepest driveway? Surprisingly.
I didn't even pull it up a ridiculous amount. Hang on, let's see how low the handle gets before the car starts moving.
You should try it further down the driveway, because this section of the driveway is steeper if you go back a couple feet. Yeah, right here. I'm trying to hold the camera fairly level. Yeah, it's working. Oh yeah, holding your hands up like that's doing anything. Where's your brake lights? No brake lights. Alright. I'd call that a...
I guess that settles it.
Alright. Alright, it works. The question is, does it drag though? Yeah, cut your wheel so you don't scrape. Yeah, this driveway is steep.
Sounds like my front brakes are... Here, I'll take it around the loop.
Okay, you go do that.
haven't heard any noises, so
Okay.
let's see if it still works. That's a good test.
I'm sure it still does, but go ahead.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright. Back in the yard.